Awesome, guys. So this is the official BPO workshop that you all have been waiting for the last like 2 weeks. And I'm super excited to present this to you guys. It took me a long time to create all these slides and to like provide as much value to you guys as possible, because that is the goal of this. I want to make people aware about BPO, especially the guys in South Africa, because this business model it's like the best for South Africa. Just hands down my experience. I've tried a bunch of different business models, as you guys will see when I go through the slides, and BPO is the one that worked out for me. But yeah, let's get straight into it. How I'm making 700,000 plus per month doing BPO, as well as using AI to do this. So obviously you guys are gonna spend like an hour to an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours with me. So I'm just gonna go through exactly who I am and what I do. So as you all know, I'm Chris Ocean. I've gotten over 200 plus BPO clients in the last 3.5 years that I've been doing this. I started BPO when I was 19 in university, and I've made well over 12 million rand, like way more than that, probably like 14, 15 million rand by now. And then, yeah, I've had a lot of clients from different countries, all of them like first world countries, the US, Canada, Australia, like everywhere in Europe, like just first world countries. I've had them, I've worked with them, and I've completed projects successfully for them. And the best part is I got paid in their currency, which is super cool, because you can get paid in dollars, paid in pounds, and then spend over here in rands, which is super cool. And yeah, I make around 700,000 rand plus, like around on average 700,000 rand per month doing BPO. I'm not at the million rand a month yet, but like I'm getting there. You guys need to chill. I'll get to the 1 million rand soon. Maybe by the end of the year, I'll get to it. But yeah, I'm also the creator of the BPOAccelerator software. If you guys don't know what the BPOAccelerator software is, don't worry, I'll take you guys through it as well. It's an insane software that basically helps you to automate the whole BPO process. It's not 100% needed for BPO, but it definitely will fast track you towards the goal of 100,000 rand plus per month. But yeah, before any of this, before like me going to Dubai and driving jet skis, buying my second, literally my second 6 million rand supercar, before going to Italy, Mauritius, Thailand, before having the freedom and the financial freedom that I have today, when I was 3 years old, I was literally put in an orphanage. So my mother, I know this is like a doctor, now we were like happy and stuff, and I'm talking about this, but I just think it's important to talk about this so you guys know where I came from and understand that I did not come from a wealthy background. I came from literally one of the worst hands that could be dealt in this game of life. But yeah, at age 3 to 13, I was in an orphanage in Wellington. It's called Huis Andrew Murray. You guys can go and Google it. This is me over here, little Chris, unaware he's going to become a multi-millionaire. This is Huguenot Law School, which is in Wellington. And right opposite Huguenot Law School is the orphanage called Huis Andrew Murray. And yeah, I was put in an orphanage, by the way, because my mother and my father split. Shortly after that, my mother passed away. My father couldn't afford to take care of me, my brother, and my sister. So we put us in the orphanage. 2 years after that, my brother got adopted by someone. And then 2 years after that, my sister got adopted by my grandparents. So I was left alone in the orphanage, no family members, no friends whatsoever. And I spent 6 years there alone. And the other 4 obviously was with my brother and my sister. But 6 years I was there alone, in total 10 years. But yeah, at age 13, my father could finally afford to take care of me, and then he took me home. According to the whatever standards, the house was big enough to get me there, even though my father wasn't even making more than 10,000 rand per month. Apparently, he could afford to take care of me. So I went back to my father's house in Cape Town, and then I went to Brackenfell High School in Cape Town as well, and that was my first step towards something more. And then at age 18, I got a NSFAS bursary, which is actually a National Student Financial Aid Scheme bursary. It's basically a government bursary that the government gives to you if you can't afford to go to university, or if you like literally can't make a student loan because your father or mother does not have anything on their name to like leverage the loan against. So I literally couldn't get the student loan, couldn't afford to go to university. Even in high school, like the community put money together to put me into high school. Like, I know what it feels like to not have money. Like, it sucks. I was the guy that went to school with school clothing when it was service day. Like, I didn't have the 10 rand to pay so I can wear service to school. That was me. I was the guy that couldn't go on the rugby tours because I literally couldn't afford it. I couldn't go on the like school camps because I literally couldn't afford it. I was the one literally bedeling. I don't know what bedeling is in English, but yeah, I was the one asking for people to give me like their lunch at school. Like, that was me. Like, literally nothing to my name, my family, nothing to their name. Like, total household income less than 10,000 rand a month. Like, it was actually tough, very tough growing up, and I think that also pushed me to escape my circumstances. And here I am today. I'm thankful, kind of, that I went to the orphanage because I got to like experience almost like real life, like just to see all the other people in like a similar situation as me, and yeah, just escaping my circumstances at the end of the day. Like, I don't want to end up like obviously sleeping on the streets, or even worse, I don't want to end up with children and then needing to send my children to an orphanage, because I know for a fact that shit was probably hard on my father, and I don't even blame him. It's better, like, it's definitely better that he put me in an orphanage than to just keep me and not send me to school. So I'm actually like, he made the best decision for me at that time, definitely. Anyways, getting way into my personal life, but it's fine. So yeah, at 18, I made it to university, but nothing had changed. I don't know if you guys know, but I studied mechatronic engineering at Stellenbosch. Yes, I had physical science in high school. I had biology. I had pure maths. I had IT, because I thought getting a good degree in a good field is actually going to change my life. So in grade 10, 11, and matric, I worked my butt off to make sure that I get a bursary or get into university. I didn't end up getting an actual bursary, just the government bursary. And then I actually got into university for mechatronic engineering, because I was like, yo, if I get my degree in 4 years from now, like, that is life changing. But to summarize this whole thing over here, it's not. Like, it's definitely not. Everyone around me was partying, being degenerate, and acting like a degree was the answer. And to be honest, I don't blame them, because that is what society tells you to go to university. 20, 30 years ago, 50 years ago, your parents' time, going to university was actually cool. Like, you went to university and you were basically guaranteed getting a job afterwards. But now, the average flipping, like, you'll literally see in the next slides over here, I'll go through it. Like, the unemployment rate is 32%, which is super bad. And that is the unemployment rate for people that have a degree. So yeah, a degree is just not the answer. It does not guarantee a job like it did 20, 30 years ago. Definitely not. But yeah, they were partying, being degenerate. I was literally on government bursary with nothing to my pocket. Lecturers told me a degree would open doors and build a career. I looked around and saw graduates still struggling, still broke. I'll talk about this in future slides as well. But yeah, I was, my first year doing BPO, I made like R1,000,000. Then my second year, I was like, yo, this is life changing. It could be, especially if I lock in. So then I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to spend some money getting tutors to help me out with my university stuff so I don't fail my subjects. And then the rest of the time, I'm just going to spend doing BPO. And those graduates, the tutors, remember, these people graduated with the same degree I was working my ass off for, and they graduated like 3 years ago. And I asked myself, why were they even willing to work for 100 rand, 200 rand an hour? And I asked them, and they told me some of them couldn't find a job, and the ones that did find a job were making a little over the average salary in South Africa, like 30,000 rand a month, which is not impressive considering they went 500,000 rand into debt and wasted 4 years of their life getting that degree. And when I looked at that, that was like my eye-opening moment. Like, shit, I actually need to make BPO work. If I don't make BPO work, even if I get my degree, I'm still going to be fucked. So that was a very eye-opening moment. I swear to you guys, if I did not get those two tests, I probably wouldn't be in the position I'm at today, because that is when I actually realized, like, the world is actually fucked. Like, you need to learn how to make money online, else you are actually cooked, especially in South Africa. The job opportunities are not the same as it was decades ago, like, definitely not. But yeah, the system said study, get a job. work your way up. I did the math. An average SA graduate salary was never going to be enough. Never. The average South African graduate salary can't even like pay for my petrol per month for the McLaren. That's not even a joke, by the way. My petrol is like flipping 1,500 rand every second day because I basically daily drive the car, which I probably shouldn't do, but it's just so much fun. Anyways, this is me in Stellenbosch. I actually had long hair, fun fact, in university. But yeah, that's my student card, and I realized a degree is not going to make me successful or rich in this country. That was me at age 20. So at 20 years old, I fully locked in with BPO, and everything changed for me in that year. So yeah, the problem everyone is facing at the moment, okay? And the problem I was also facing. I tried everything before BPO, and here's why nothing worked. I know for a fact a lot of you went on the internet and you typed in how to make money online. Put in the chat quickly. I want to see how many of you, I'm going to open the chat. How many of you have gone on the internet and typed in how to make money online? Put the thumbs up if you've gone on YouTube and typed in how to make money online. Put the thumbs up. I want to see. Everyone did that. Like everyone did that. You went onto YouTube, how to make money online. That exact sentences. Literally everyone did that. Bro, that's literally me as well. That is the first thing I did. I was like, damn, my life sucks. I'm going to go on YouTube. I'm going to type in how to make money online. Yeah, literally everyone did. I don't see any no over here. But yeah, that is just insane, bro. Everyone wants to escape. And this is not even like part of the slides or whatever, but I want to tell you guys the reason most people like don't succeed in making money online is not because they are lazy necessarily. Like definitely not because they are lazy. It's because they don't have the right guidance to get them to make a lot of money. Like you can know how to do something, but if there's not someone that actually guides you through the whole process, like step by step, it's not going to work. You need that guidance. You need someone that has succeeded in something to teach you how to do that thing. It is almost impossible to just figure it out yourself. I figured out BPO myself, and it's a miracle, to be honest, that I figured out BPO myself. But now you guys have me. You guys have me as a mentor, and I can show you how to do this. If you want to become a millionaire, the best way is to learn from a millionaire. Anyways, I tried all of this stuff. Amazon FBA. Fun fact, Amazon FBA is like low-key cooked. I don't know if you guys know what Amazon FBA means. It's like fulfillment by Amazon. And now the Chinese people can also sell on Amazon. So long ago, the China people couldn't sell on Amazon. And like it was so easy to make money on Amazon. You just like get cheap products from China. You put it on Amazon. People buy, boom, 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 boom. And a lot of people made a shit ton of money doing this. But now the China people can also sell on Amazon. So that cheap product that you sold on Amazon for twice the price, for 3 times the price, you can't do that anymore because that Chinese person is also on Amazon, if like doing the same thing, but it's way cheaper and it's the actual product. So Amazon FBA is dead. It doesn't work anymore. Social media management agency. You guys probably know Iman Gachi, you know, SMMA. Bro, that was 10 years ago when he did SMMA. There's so many people that try to do SMMA, that are still doing SMMA, and they fail because everyone is fucking fed up of getting a spam call from this random 16, 17, 18-year-old saying, hey, I can manage your social media for you. The whole market for SMMA is so overcrowded, oversaturated, with local businesses getting spam called by all of these people trying out SMMA. SMMA is the definition of oversaturated. The only way it can become not oversaturated is if you maybe sell a website to someone and then you upsell them with social media management, which is also something I'll get in future slides. But yeah, freelancing, I was swapping my time for money, no time to learn the skills. When you do freelancing, that means you do like web designing or you do like app development or whatever. Freelancing is cool and it works, but only if you already have the skills. If you don't have the skills, it's going to take you years to learn those skills, and you are also capped. You can only do a certain amount of projects per month, and so you are capped. Your business will never be able to scale because you're doing it alone. Your business is capped. But yeah, I tried dropshipping, I tried e-commerce, and just to tell you guys, like the truth, okay? There's a lot of people saying, oh, I made 100,000 Rand this month doing e-commerce, doing dropshipping. Yes, you might want 100,000 rand, fair enough, well done. But your profit margins are 20%, 30%. It's dog shit. E-commerce has the most razor thin margins ever. You run a bunch of ads and that cancels out with the flippant profit you're making. Like it's just so much. You need to pay upfront to get inventory. There's just so much you need to pay, and then you are left with basically nothing. Yes, you have 100,000 rand you made that month, but at the end of the day, you're left with literally like 10, 20,000 rand after subtracting all the cost, after running all the ads, after all that stuff. You're left with nothing. So if you see like anyone saying, "Oh, I made even a million rand a month doing e-commerce," yes, you did. Well done. But what is your profit? Okay, that's how a business works. A business doesn't function on revenue. Okay, a business doesn't function on revenue. It functions on profit. How much profit did you make? 20%. So you made 200,000 rand. Well done. It's still good, but for a million rand, bro, like it's not that good to be honest. When you do BPO, I'll tell you guys, your profit margins are 80 to 90% because these developers are in India and in Pakistan. They do the work for a fraction of what your client is paying you. If your client pays you $10,000 for a project, and this has happened to me multiple times, I can get away with paying my Indian developer $1,000, $2,000, and then I make $8,000 profit, 80% profit margins instead of with ecom. You have like inventory, you need to physically go and deliver the products. You can't sit on your laptop. In fact, you can't even be in another country doing BPO. You literally need to be in South Africa if you sell to South Africans, and you need to take the bags, you need to pack it up, and then you need to go and deliver it. Like that is not freedom. That does not sound like freedom. But anyways, razor thin margins and no time or margin for error to run ads, little freedom. And yeah, with most of these stuff over here, I was literally selling my time for money and I was never going to get ahead that way. With all of these business models, you are never going to scale to 700,000 rand per month. Like, definitely not. So yeah, if this sounds familiar, then you guys are in the right place. Let me see. I left the chat on accidentally. Okay, cool. Always researching. Awesome, awesome. So yeah, the shift. Then I found a better way. It's called business process outsourcing arbitrage. Okay. Just a quick little summary about what exactly BPO is for the guys that don't know yet. BPO stands for business process outsourcing, and you are literally just a middleman. So a client pays you for a website, the app, a game, a logo, they want SEO, they want social media management, they want copywriting, whatever it is, they want a project done. You get that client and then you literally outsource the work to someone else. That way you can get a shit ton of projects and just outsource the work and scale your business infinitely. But obviously, I'll get into more details in the future. But yeah, while I was doing, I did the work, I traded my time, I hit the ceiling, no leverage, constant burnout. Now, I just sign deals with the clients, my developers does the work, and AI does the work, which is something I'm going to show you in a second over here. And then also I had the recurring income coming in every single month from upselling the clients with SEO, with hosting. Like I make probably 100,000 rand plus per month just from recurring stuff coming in profit. And then my developers, like I just pay them whatever. And then I just make like 100,000 rand plus per month doing absolutely literally nothing because all those stuff are hosting, it's SEO, it's social media management. The client pays me every month. I actually have them on a subscription, so it goes up automatically. And then I just pay my developer and I make like 100,000 plus just from that recurring stuff. But yeah, full leverage and complete freedom. You can do BPO from literally anywhere in the world, which a lot of these business models, especially the one over here at the bottom, does not give you whatsoever. The key insight, I don't need to learn all the skills. I just need to own the client relationship and let AI handle the rest. What I mean with this is you don't need time, money, or skills when you do BPO, okay? Because the time thing, you have the developers doing the work for you, so you don't need the time. And then obviously you don't need the skills because the developers does the work for you. If a client sends you a question and you can't answer the question, you literally use AI to answer that question, or you go to your dev, you literally copy and paste that same question to your developer, the developer answers, and then you go back to the client. So you don't need time, don't need skills, and BPO has a low startup cost because you can get the client to pay you some money upfront or release some money upfront, or you can pay your developer at the end after the project is done. So with BPO, there's super little startup capital needed, which a lot of these other businesses does not give you. But yeah, I just want to open a chat quickly to see if you guys are still with me before I officially start teaching you guys. I want to see you guys W's in the chat if you guys are still with me. Put W's in the chat if you guys are still with me. Are you guys good? Are you guys doing good? Tell me in the chat. How's it going? Happy things. Awesome. Connor, Jamie, Damien, Rudolph, awesome. Duke, Liam, Gregory, Marshall, Lloyd. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Christian Daniels. Okay, you guys are still with me. You guys are doing good. Awesome, awesome. Awesome, I'm glad you guys are sorted. Let me share my screen over here quickly. But yeah, what I'm covering today. So yeah, here's exactly what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the opportunity. I'm just going to explain a bit why AI and BPO arbitrage is the biggest untapped income model for South Africans right now. I'm going to explain that to you. That's like the boring part. Then from number 2, 3, and 4, it's like the crazy part where you guys get to learn a shit ton of stuff from me. So yeah, just stick through the boring part. I know the number 1 is going to be a bit boring, but you guys need to understand why it's so powerful in order to like hype you guys up, to give you guys some motivation, some inspiration. And then 2, we're going to build your AI portfolio. You guys can literally do it with me if you guys want to, or you can just take some notes. And yeah, I'm going to show you how to create your profile and then your portfolio as well, like your profile picture using AI and your portfolio as well using AI, or another thing called portfolio borrowing. And then number 3, step 3, my exact system. I'm going to show you how I find the clients, how I sign them, and then also where I find my developers. You guys are going to learn all of this from me right now. The full method, the full BPO blueprint. So yeah, number 4, I'm going to talk a bit about the BPOAccelerator software. Again, just so you guys don't like stress or whatever, it is not needed to get the software, but it will definitely like 10x the speed of you being successful in BPO. And I'll explain why in future slides. And then also I'm going to give you guys a 3-month roadmap to getting to 100,000 Rand per month. By month 3, you guys will be at 100,000 Rand per month if you follow everything I'm about to tell you. So sit down, take some notes, because number 4 over here, this is what's going to change your life. Let's get into it. So yeah, number 1, being South African is actually an unfair advantage over here. So first of all, you guys already know the unemployment rate in South Africa is 32%. There's no jobs. As I said before, $1 is 17 Rand, which is super cool, okay? Because you can get paid in dollars, $1,000, and then you have 17,000 Rand to spend over here. And also what I want to tell you guys over here is, if you literally go and Google now, like you can Google, the average salary in South Africa is like 16,000 Rand, 20,000 Rand a month, probably less. If you look at the average salary in first world countries, like in the US or in Canada or in Australia or in anywhere in the UK, bro, they are making more than 100,000 Rand per month. That is the average salary. Compared to South Africa, it's 5 times more to South Africa. So $1,000 to someone in the United States is absolutely nothing to them, but it's 17,000 Rand to us. That can pay your flipping rent for your apartment twice. Like 17,000 Rand is a lot by us, but there it's absolutely nothing, bro. Like people can literally, they pay you $3,000, $5,000 for projects, and they don't even flinch. It means absolutely nothing to them. But for us, it's super cool. Anyways, I've come to the position where I'm making on average 700,000 Rand per month. So that is where you can see yourself being in the next couple of years. I'm not saying it's going to take 3 years to get to 700,000 Rand per month. It took me 3 years to get to this position, but also I did not have a mentor. I didn't have a Discord community. I didn't have an insane software. I didn't have workshops, like live workshops, and like I just didn't have all the information you guys get access to now. So it might even be sooner. It might be way sooner than this 700,000 Rand per month on average. And that took me 3 years. And also, 3 years ago, there wasn't such a thing as Claude, lovable. I don't even think ChatGPT existed properly 3 years ago. It was probably like very bad. Now it exists, and I'm going to show you guys some super, super cool stuff you can do with AI in the future slides. So, like it took me 3 years. It should take you guys way shorter to get to 700,000 per month. But that is the benchmark. If I am getting to 700,000 per month, then there's no reason for you also not to get to that. I'm not the smartest person. I barely can speak English properly. And I'm literally doing a business model where I communicate with clients, communicate with developers in English, and I'm doing the shit. So 100% definitely, you guys can do this as well. Definitely. And also, yeah, it is 100% remote, bro. You can be anywhere in the world. I run my entire operation from Cape Town or wherever I travel to. This year in total, I was at Mauritius. Then I went to Dubai. I spent like 300,000 Rand. Don't ask me on what, but yeah, someone also crashed against the Lambo I rented in Dubai. Fun fact. And then it's the 300,000 went like for the yachts and all that stuff. Like I got the yacht, got the supercar, got the super cool apartment. Like you guys can watch the YouTube video if you want to. And then I got back home and then I was like, yo, why am I bored again? And then I went to Thailand and I spent like another 200,000 in Thailand out of all places, which was supposed to be cheap, but somehow I always get it right to spend a lot of money. So yeah, but it's super cool, like going to places that, literally when I was in university, even when I was making a lot of money in university, I never could go to different places in the world. The first day I made 1 million Rand, never traveled. I've never flown a plane in my life before, literally last year. Not even a plane to Joburg. I've never been outside the Western Cape like since last year. So literally my first year, boom, in university, didn't go anywhere. My second year, boom, didn't go anywhere. My third year, didn't go anywhere until I dropped out of university like halfway through. Literally 1 year ago, I dropped out of university in July. I dropped out. But yeah, then afterwards, my BPO scaled like a lot, and then I just traveled the world. I went to Italy, Dubai, Mauritius, Thailand, and then there's probably some other ones I'm missing out as well. But yeah, it's completely remote, and it's super, super cool. It is literally the life I've always dreamed of. But yeah, the SA opportunity, this model is built for the SA reality, okay? There's no jobs waiting for you. I've talked about this in the past the whole time. I also noticed firsthand a degree and a bursary didn't change my financial reality. I literally saw the tutors not they graduated with a degree. They had honors in mechatronic engineering, still didn't find a job. And that is like mechatronic engineering, like that is supposed to like be like one of the best degrees to get. That is why I chose it. But yeah, I earn in hard currency. My clients pay me in dollars, in pounds, in euros, and my costs are in rands. The exchange rate works for me, not against me. All I need is Wi-Fi and a laptop, and you guys can literally do it from your phone as well. The BPOAccelerator software works on your phone. Freelancer works on your phone. And if you guys don't have Wi-Fi, go to the library. It is for free to be in the library. That is what I also did. You can have Wi-Fi in the library. You guys don't have Wi-Fi, but obviously you guys are watching this, so I'm pretty sure all of you have access to internet. But yeah, if you don't, somehow, I don't know why, like that doesn't make sense, then go to the library and use the flipping library on computers. But yeah, my first big client came 1 month in. It was a £950 project. It was some TikTok API thing I can still remember. And yeah, as I said before, this took me 3 years, but this isn't a 3-year plan. With the right systems, the scripts, and AI on your side, your first client is closer than you think. This is just a couple of my reviews. Oh, here is the TikTok API thing. So this client over here paid me £950, and I paid my developer $100. This project literally changed my life. And this was in a span of 1 day. I don't know how it happened. I was so flabbergasted, bro. Like the client, he awarded me the project. I accepted the project. I went to Upwork. I found an Indian guy on Upwork, and then he sent me like some weird file, a .exe file, and then I sent that to the client, and then the client literally just put the thumbs up, and he released the money, and boom, 20,000 rand in my account, and then I paid my developer $100. So I made like 18,000 rand profit in one day, and that was also me realizing, okay, shit, this is actually working. But yeah, just some reviews over here, some more reviews over here for projects I've done. There's way more reviews, like I have 100 plus reviews. And yeah, my biggest ever project was a $60,000 project. I posted videos about this. It was at the end of last year or beginning of this year. And the client paid me $60,000, half of that upfront, which is 510,000 rand. I can actually exactly remember at that time, it was 522,000 rand the client paid me upfront. And that was the most amount of money I've ever made in one day. That was just flipping insane. But yeah, client paid me $60,000 in total over the span of the 4 months. And then my dev cost me $15,000. And the good thing about my develop is we build up a relationship, a trust relationship, where I don't need to mess around with cash flow, okay? I can pay my developer after the project is done because of the relationship I've built up with my developers. So I literally have no upfront cost. The client pays me upfront, and then I pay my developer afterwards. But yeah, I walked away with almost R1 million from that project, 800,000 rand, which is super, super cool. But yeah, the rand math, one client paying you $1,500 per month is 25,000 rand in your pocket. If you have 2 clients paying you that is 51,000 in your pocket. If you have 8 clients, that's 200,000 rand plus per month in your pocket. And you can do a lot with 200,000 rand. Like, you can definitely do a lot. You can buy yourself a Rolex every single month if you want to do that. You can, like, I don't know, you can finance a flippin' insanely cool car. You can get yourself literally the best house. This house I'm in right now is costing me 60,000 rand per month. This is an 8 million rand house. Like, with 200,000 rand, you can live a nice lifestyle. You can get yourself a nice 3-bedroom house. If you have children, your children can be in one room. You can be in another room. You can, I don't know, use the other room to do gaming or whatever you want to do. Or you can make it a BPO office. You can do that as well. But yeah, you can get a nice house. Then you have 140,000 rand left. Get yourself a nice car. You have 100,000 rand left. And then you literally, I'm not even mentioning saving. Save a bit of that money, and the rest of the money, literally like go and spend it. 200,000 is a lot of money in South Africa. A $350 billion market barely scratched. That is the BPO market today. $350 billion. It is estimated, projected to be a $500 billion market by the year 2030. If you get literally a crumb of this pie, then you are a millionaire. And that's essentially what is happening to me at the moment. Why now is the best time to get into this? Remote work is normal now. My clients are completely comfortable working with offshore operators. The stigma is gone. The labor gap is wider than ever. Wage differences between the US, EU, and SA mean my vendors cost far less than my competitors charge. That is what I said earlier as well. My clients are in first world countries. My developers are in third world countries. My clients are used to paying $5,000 for something. Then I charge them $3,000, and then I pay my developer $500, and I still make $2,500 profit. Do we have leverage over the people in the US, in the UK, in whatever, like in the first world countries? Because our competitors over there, they charge the normal prices, and that is expensive for them over there because they charge more because the cost of living like there is more. But we can charge a little less because our cost for living is not as much as it is over there. Plus, we get developers in India using AI that can do it for a fraction of the cost and way faster. So South Africa is literally it's the best place to be to do business process outsourcing. Just a quick thing, like some of you are probably wondering, like, why wouldn't the client go straight to like the Indian guy? They don't do that, okay? The client is in a first world country. Why would they go to some random guy in India? Like, they will not trust a random guy in India to work on their website, on whatever. In South Africa, we at least have proper English, first of all. Obviously, as I said before, I'm not the best at English, but it is way better than some random guy in India or Pakistan or Bangladesh. So they would rather work with us, especially Australian people. I have a lot of Australian clients because a lot of people from South Africa, they immigrate to Australia or migrate or whatever, and then they literally hire South Africans to do work for them. But yeah, that is just something I've realized over the last 3.5 years of doing BPO. The opportunity. What overseas companies outsource? Six categories, billions of dollars. So when you do BPO, I'll get into this in the future slides as well. Like you on cap at what niche you should go into. Okay. You can do websites, you can do apps, you can do games, you can do social media management, you can do AI automation and chatbots, you can do user interface design. Literally anything digital, you can do that. As long as you can outsource it, you can do it. That's BPO. And clients pay for those stuff. This is also very important. I was talking about oversaturated earlier. If BPO is oversaturated, then by that logic, all of these different digital services will have to be oversaturated too. All of this, okay? The reality is that BPO only becomes oversaturated if every one of these industries become oversaturated first. For BPO, let me just explain what that means. For BPO to become oversaturated, because BPO is literally web development, app development, game development, social media management, copywriting, SEO, whatever, because it is all of these different stuff and you literally get the client and you outsource the work, it cannot by definition become oversaturated. That is why it's the best business model. Individually, all of these business models can become oversaturated, like as I said before, social media management, but the chances of every single industry over here, every single business model becoming oversaturated is not going to happen. Okay, so BPO will forever be there, like forever. Even if AI can do literally all of these stuff, if AI can do, by the way, AI is super cool. It can do a lot of these stuff, but it's not quite there yet where it can do, example, game development. It's fucking shit. Like AI is not going to do game development pretty soon. It's very bad. Trust me, I've tried. But a lot of these stuff AI can do. It can do it. And BPO will still not be oversaturated even then because the clients, they don't know how to use AI. They don't have the time to figure out how to use AI and they don't want to learn how to do it. The client has a problem and they want a solution. So what they do is they hire a developer that uses AI and that they pay that developer the normal market price because that's what they used to pay. And they're happy paying that and they don't even flinch. And then you just use AI or you just use a developer that uses AI. Anyways, is BPO oversaturated? It will never become oversaturated, ever. Just a quick little thing over here. Why I chose BPO arbitrage with AI over everything else. I get the recurring income from it. I do not need to do the work. I literally use AI and I outsource the work. You can charge high ticket, like $5,000 plus. I literally had a $60,000 project. It's scalable with AI. It's definitely scalable with AI, especially the BPOAccelerator software that can apply for 100 jobs within like 5 to 10 minutes. And yeah, low startup cost. A lot of these stuff has a lot of startup costs. With BPO, it's literally like the client can pay you upfront. If you can get the client to pay you upfront and your developer afterwards, it's no startup cost. And then dollar income. With e-com, you don't get the dollar income because you're going to be selling to South Africans. When you do e-com, you're not going to sell to the people from the US, UK, Canada. Shipping is going to be a nightmare. Also, like that is just your competition over there is like way better than you, so you shouldn't even try that. But yeah, with BPO, you get the dollar income, you get paid in pounds, in euros, and you spend in rand, which is super cool. Okay, let me check over here. I want to check in on you guys. I'm enabling the chat. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Are you guys good? Are you guys still doing good? W's? Awesome. You guys are doing good. Awesome. I see a bunch of people asking questions, so we will have a Q&A session after the workshop. And I'm going to get 2 of my students to also join. So you guys don't need to stress about that. W's. Okay, Kwa, you guys are sorted. So yeah, the real blockers, these are the 3 things stopping people and how AI kills all 3. So a lot of people doesn't have a credible profile, okay? And that is a blocker, okay? Because if you don't look established enough to win high ticket clients, like if you literally look like you're a random guy from South Africa with a bad profile picture, with a bad portfolio, with no items in your portfolio, like no client is gonna hire you. Like, be realistic. If you have a shit profile, you're never gonna get clients. Like, that's just how it's gonna be, okay? Your profile needs to be curated in a way that it looks like you've been doing this for the last 5+ years. And that is what I'm gonna teach you in the next couple of slides, okay? You can use AI to build professional profiles and portfolio items in literally minutes, and I'm gonna show you that. A lot of people don't have clients in their pipeline. A lot of you over here are new to BPO. You guys are new to BPO, and so you don't have clients in the pipeline, so you don't have portfolio items. But I'm going to use AI to fix that, and I have another way to fix that as well, which is called portfolio borrowing, and I'll show you guys in a second. And then also, no delivery team. A lot of people try this, and it's like a blocker because you can't find a developer. I'm going to show you where to find a developer and how my developers fulfill the work for me. And you can literally use AI to find developers as well, which is what the BPOAccelerator software also does. Yeah, boom. So, step 1. Guys still sorted over here in the chat? Okay, I can see you guys are sorted. Step 1, build your professional profile with AI. Before you apply to a single job, you need to look like the operator you're about to become. You need to look like you've been doing this for the last 5 years. So I'm going to show you exactly how I do this, and you don't need any design skills for this. You literally just use AI. So creating your AI profile picture, I know a lot of you probably know, like, you use ChatGPT to create a profile picture, but I'm mentioning it for people that don't know, okay? So you literally go into ChatGPT. Don't laugh at this picture over here. Like, don't laugh. I just took a random selfie and I gave ChatGPT this prompt. Create a professional looking profile picture, corporate headshot where I wear a black suit and tie with a white background. Boom. There's a nice picture. You copy that, you put it as your profile picture on the freelancing site. Next. Building your AI portfolio items. This is the more important one because a lot of people put the profile picture up and then they write the description and then they think clients are automatically going to fall in their lap. That is not going to happen, okay? You need a credible portfolio. You need items in your portfolio that stands out again. You need to look like you've been doing this for the last 5+ years. So the more items you have in your portfolio, the more money you'll make. That is as simple as that, because the more items you have, the more clients are going to trust you, the more clients are going to message you, and then you're going to simply make more money. So you pick your service category, if it's like websites, designs, apps, whatever, automation. By the way, when you create your portfolio items, like, it needs to be all of this stuff. Websites, apps, games, logos, all of that. You need to put all of that in your portfolio, at least minimum 9 portfolio items. So yeah, just going to skip all of this and go straight over here. You go to a profile on like the freelancer.com site. By the way, freelancer.com is the main site where I make most of my money. And you just go and you look for a profile that has a lot of reviews, like 500+ views, and not views, reviews. And then you just check how much money they are making in the reviews. And if it looks good, if their portfolio looks solid, you take a screenshot like this over here of their portfolio, of that specific like portfolio part. You put that into ChatGPT. You literally ask ChatGPT, use this as a reference to create a portfolio item for 2D game design. And then ChatGPT comes up with this whole 2D game design, Nexus Quest, a game that doesn't even exist. But you get to put this on your profile with a description, write a short case study description for Nexus Quest, the problem, the solution, the result, and then it spits that out for you. And yeah, then you have a portfolio item. Then you can do this like 9 different times. You have 10 portfolio items. Or the other option is also portfolio borrowing. By the way, for everyone wondering, I can't do this live right now because I think it's going to mess with the bandwidth and then it might like glitch out the whole like webinar. So I'm not doing it live for that reason. But this is the exact prompts that I use. Like this is the prompts, and that is exactly what it's spit out on ChatGPT. So you can have 9 of these different items in your portfolio, and it will look super credible, super legit with the descriptions, and then clients will start to message you after you've applied for jobs as well, obviously. So yeah, that is the first way you can get portfolios in your profile. The second thing you can do to get more items in your portfolio is called portfolio borrowing. Okay, so you can go to upwork.com and you can post a job saying, hey, I need someone to create a website for me, or an app or game, and then they will start messaging you, and then you ask them to send examples of previous work done. Then they send the examples of previous work done, and then you can put that into ChatGPT, or not even ChatGPT, you don't even need that. You can just take a screenshot of the whatever it is, and then you can put it in your portfolio with the link. Like you can do all that stuff. That is called portfolio borrowing. And I want to tell everyone who thinks this is unethical, it's not unethical, because at the end of the day, let's say example, I'm going to show you guys my examples of like portfolio borrowing. So this over here is examples of work that I've actually done, but also examples of work that my developers have done in the past. So example, here's a real estate website. This is a ready-made real estate website. So if any client messages me for real estate, I have an example of previous work done that I can share with them. Or example, let's say a client wants a game developer. Let's go to 3D over here. So this is games developed by my team, by my developers. So if I share this with my client, obviously the client is going to be like, yo, this guy actually did work in the past. And then the client is going to end up hiring me. And then I hire the developer. So if any of you think it's unethical, no, it's not, because it's portfolio borrowing. I'm not pretending like it's mine. I'm showing them what I can do and what my developers can do. And this stuff you can literally get by going on Upwork, posting like jobs you want to do, like let's say over here, or apps, games, bubble.io, logos, software as a service, whatever. Like you just go and post that stuff, and then you ask for examples, and then you just build yourself up a nice portfolio. And if a client asks for an example, you share this, and it's quick and easy. And you can also add this in your portfolio as well, which is super cool. So yeah, that is called portfolio borrowing. Step number 2. You guys need to understand this as well. I've said it in the past, okay? A lot of people ask me like, oh, Chris, what niche should I go into? The answer to that is you shouldn't go into one specific niche, because you are the middleman. You aren't the one doing the games. You're not a game developer. You're not a web developer. You're not a designer. You're outsourcing the work. So the skill doesn't matter. Only the client relationship does. If you were the one doing game designing, then yes, you need to go into that specific niche, but you're not doing game designing. And I don't want you guys to go into a specific niche, because then you are going to be capped by the total amount of work that you can handle. You need to outsource the work so you can focus on the client relationships. Your job as someone that does BPO arbitrage is to get clients. You need to get a shit ton of clients, and you outsource the work. Instead of doing like running one project at a time, you can now run 10 projects at a time, and you don't even do the work. And yeah, price for value, lead with guarantee. Quote the outcome, not your time. If you're not happy, you don't buy. This is something I want to say, which is very important for your proposal. So when you apply for jobs on the freelancing site, and I'll show you guys that in a second, don't focus on getting the client to give you money instantly. Focus on getting the client to message you. That is the most important, because when you are applying for these jobs, the client's not just going to instantly give you money, like from your like proposal. They're not going to instantly give you money. You need to get the client to message you. Then you have leverage above all the other freelancers that didn't get the client to message them, because that's the only way you can connect to the client, is if the client messages you first, and then you close the deal. So if you say stuff like, if you're not happy, you don't pay, that removes the risk instantly. Or if you end with, even if you don't end up hiring me, at least you can get a free consultation. Then the client's going to message you, okay? And yeah, this also, if you can find a way to mitigate the risk by saying stuff like this, then you're going to get the client to give you money. Also, don't say like, obviously I'm saying if you're not happy, you don't pay, but I don't mean I'm going to do the whole project and then if you're not happy with the project, you don't need to pay, but you still get to keep it. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, let's say a client starts a project with you, it's $5,000. You need to divide that project into 5 different milestones, like milestone 1, $1,000, 1,000, 5 milestones of $1,000. A milestone is basically like one task it's like a task. So milestone 1 has the design task, milestone 2 has the back-end development or whatever. So then you complete that one milestone, then is the client happy or not? No, they're not happy, then you continue to work on that milestone. Is the client happy or not? Yes, they're happy, they give the money to you. Then you go on to milestone 2. Is the client happy? Yes, they are. Milestone 3, is the client happy yet? No, they aren't, so obviously they don't need to pay yet. Then when they're happy, they release the milestone to you, and then eventually you get to complete $5,000, and you actually got the client to trust you. Next. Okay, I need to drink some water, so I'm going to get you guys to put in a chat W's. Are you guys happy so far? You guys sorted? W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Awesome. Justin, Ruan, Fabian, awesome. You guys are doing good. Chris van der Merwe, Jessica, Peter, Ryan, Annelies, Josh, Mornay. Oh, you guys are doing good. Awesome. Let's move on. So yeah, my system, step 4. I outsource the delivery with AI and I keep the margin. So example, a client pays me $5,000 for a website. I fulfill it for $1,000 and then I keep the margin. And I'm actually going to show you guys something, literally an exact project like this. So this client over here, the Future Rich Jewelry web shop development. This is a website client. I literally did this whole thing. It's basically done. The client paid me half of it up front, and now they're gonna send me the other half. I did it with Claude and with Lovable. So you literally go to Claude.ai and you type in a prompt over here. So I literally told it, write me a script I can use for Lovable to create a website for my client. They have a jewelry store called Emma's Jewels. I can't even spell jewels. Use a placeholder images of jewelry and give pricing, create 5 pages, use this as a reference, and I gave a reference website. Then Claude spit out a bunch of like stuff over here. I copied it. It's this whole thing over here, this whole document. I copied that document. And by the way, Claude is for free until you use up a certain amount of credits. The same with Lovable. I didn't pay anything on Claude yet. I didn't pay anything on Lovable yet. I literally went over here. This is the thing that Claude gave me. A whole long sentence. I gave it to Lovable, like all this stuff. Claude created that. And basically, I used Claude to tell Lovable what to do. I pasted into Lovable, and then Lovable created this whole website for me, and the client is happy with that. So I got $2,500 upfront, almost 50,000 Rand, and now I'm getting another $2,500. I just need to replace that. This is placeholder stuff, so I just need to replace the images with the client's actual images. And it's so easy. You can literally just go over here. You can drag up to 10 images at a time. I put it in there, and I say replace this with the actual pricing, with the actual like images of the client. And then I connect the payment gateway. I can literally use Lovable to connect the payment gateway as well with literally prompts. Like I type. Like this is literally made by AI in 5 minutes. Like I kid you not, Lovable did this shit in 5 minutes. But yeah. This is just super, super cool. I wanted to show you guys this super cool project I'm working on. And there's a bunch of other stuff also. And then, yeah, the BPOAccelerator software, which you guys just saw, it is AI in every single day. This is the software that I use every single day that gets me these clients. Without the software, I would not be in the position I am at today, okay? It keeps track of everything for me, my lead follow-ups, my closing. So these are clients I'm actually close to closing. These are my clients that message me. These are the projects I'm currently working on, which should be completed in the next 1 to 2 months. And then this is the total amount of money I've made so far this month, around 700,000 Rand. And yeah, you connect your freelancer.com account, your Upwork account. You can do direct outreach. I'm not going to go through every single function over here on the software, but the software is fucking awesome. Like it's very, very cool. I've applied for 77 jobs so far. Basically, the main function of the software is to help you apply for the jobs quicker. So all these projects over here posted on freelancer.com, a WordPress project posted for $3,000. Yes, a crypto exchange, $10,000, $3,000, 20,000 euro. These are projects posted by real clients that has a problem and they want to solve this problem. Mobile app development, yes, I don't know what that is, brewery, I think that's wine, I don't know, full stack dev. All these projects posted by clients gets pulled out over here on the software. Then it uses AI to analyze the job description, and then it will use AI to write a proposal for you. So literally all you need to do every single day is click on QuickBird. Like you do this 100 times, and then you've applied for 100 jobs. As you can see, I've applied for all of these jobs now. In literally a few seconds, boom. All the jobs, I applied for them now. So if I just give you an example, what is happening in the background. So if I go and manually like click place a bid, this is like more manual. So you can select your script, let's say script 1, and you can say, let's say I want to actually charge the client $5,000. You click this button, and I'm just going to show you what it does with the proposal. So it analyzes the job description, and then it writes this whole proposal for you. And then as you can see at the end, I'd like to chat about your project. The worst that can happen is you walk away with a free consultation. Getting the client to message me instead of like begging the client for money, and then boom, place a bid. And then you've applied for that project, which is super, super cool. But yeah, if you guys click QuickBird, then it does that all in the background very fast. And then over here, I'm not going to go into my chats because I don't want you guys to see my clients, but there's also features like initial message. So it will send the client an automated message. Like if you've not been online for a long time and the client sends you a message first, which they always do, then we'll send this automatically. That is just to get the client to know you are engaged. And then there's a bunch of other stuff which I can get into, direct outreach stuff. There's a new feature I'm going to release in a month from now called the AI chatbot. So this chatbot will talk to the client for you and close deals for you. Now, why am I not connecting 20 different freelance accounts and doing this myself and just spending money? Because one person can only have one freelance account because you need to connect your ID to the account. So that's why I'm not doing it. Else I would, and I would make a shit ton of money. But yeah, this AI chatbot is coming in the future, and it's literally built on my 3+ years of doing BPO and making over 10 million rand, closing deals and stuff. So the way the bot will reply to the client will be based on me closing jobs in the past. And then literally coming out in like 5 days from now or 6 days from now is the Neo AI chatbot. I don't know if you guys know, but my dog's name is Neo. And yeah, I just thought Neo chatbot. It's also like Neo from the Matrix. And basically, it's a BPO chatbot. You can ask it anything about BPO and it will reply to you 24/7, which is super cool. And then with the software, you guys also get a course section over here. This course section, let's see, start learning. So this is like 30+ videos of me showing you how to do BPO, like step by step, like everything about BPO, client acquisition. Here's a video how I literally close a $30,000 project, and I have like everything, the whole thing documented, like me talking to the client, like everything is in there. Like this is just flipping cool. In this one project, in this one video, I closed a $2,400 with literally like messaging, like texting, which is super cool in 40 minutes. So you guys get access to this. You guys also get access to a Discord community. Let me just open up the Discord over here. And yeah, let's see if there's any student wins recently. There's actual student wins a lot. I'm not surprised, like students are killing it. That's nothing. Here we go, $100, $250, $510. What is that? Almost $1,000 released to him. 70 pounds. 57,000 rand transfer. That is Ash. 385. This is a recent student wins, like literally from yesterday and today. Like between yesterday and today, my students made more than 100,000 rand. In total, they've made over 10 million rand. Yeah, this is just flipping awesome. You guys get access to an insane Discord community, and you can book calls with mentors as well from the Discord, which is super, super cool. So that is all included in the software. But yeah, enough about the software. That is the software. It is super insane. But yeah, this is the more important part. This is step 5, where I want to give you guys a 3-month roadmap to doing BPO. So you guys need to focus now, okay? Put W's in the chat if you guys are still like with me. Put W's in the chat if you guys want to learn what your 3-month program is going to look like. Oh, some W's in the chat, W's in the chat. Awesome, 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 awesome. I'm glad you guys are following along. I'm happy. So this is your 3-month roadmap, okay? Month 1, you need to get your first few clients, okay? Building up reviews and building up reputation. Build your AI identity, apply daily, land your first couple of $100 to $500 clients. And this is something that is very important that you guys need to understand. All these students over here, like with the small projects, like these are new students, okay? Quick job for one of my first clients. This is a 70-pound job for it's his first ever client. This is how you do it, okay? You don't go instantly in it and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna make I'm gonna get $1,000 project. That is unrealistic. It happened before. There's a student that joined 2 days ago, not like in 2 days he made like 2,000 euro. He didn't join two days ago from today. But when he signed up, literally 2 days after that, he got a 2,000 euro project. But that shouldn't happen. That is unrealistic, but it happened. But yeah, all of these small jobs over here, like this is what happens initially. You get the reviews, you build up your reputation. As you build up your reputation, then you can eventually get to the bigger jobs. And I'm pretty sure over here, it's like way bigger. Yeah, example, Trish, $6,000 project. Like there's no way you can get to this unless you've gone through the initial month 1 of building up your reviews and building up your reputation. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It is an actual business and you need to build up your reputation until clients can actually trust you, and then you charge the like $1,000 plus. Month 2. So now you've built up your team and the reviews and you're ready to take on bigger projects. Here you should already be at around 50,000 Rand per month. By month 2, you should be at 50,000 Rand a month, because that's literally like $2,000 or $3,000 projects. Boom, you're at 50,000 Rand easily. And yeah, from month 2, you should be closing anywhere from $500 to $1,000 projects. And then also you need to upsell with retainers. And yeah, month 3, you need to scale. You need to start landing $1,000 plus clients and retainers. So this is where you're going to end up making your first 100,000 Rand per month. I can almost guarantee you guys, if you, I'm saying almost because I don't know if you're going to actually like put in the work. I don't know how good your work ethic is, so I can't like 100% guarantee, but I can kind of guarantee you 100% if you guys follow the exact blueprint, you put in the work, you follow the method, and you stick to this 3-month roadmap, there's no way you cannot get to 100,000 Rand per month by month 3. 100,000 Rand is $6,000. If you literally land one of these clients, you make more than 100,000 Rand per month, or 2 of these $3,000 clients, more than 100,000 Rand a month. That is how easy it gets if you follow the blueprint from the get-go. If you stick to building up your reviews initially, then it's $500 to $1,000 projects. Then you're at 100,000 Rand plus per month by month 3. But yeah, like the students I'm going to show you over here, these are students that got coaching from me, okay? Finn over here, he's going to join the Q&A in a couple of minutes. JP, Trish, Desmond, this guy's 15 years old and he's actually closing in on 100,000 Rand, not 80K. JP is closing in on 1 million Rand. Trish over here, she started a couple of months ago and she's already at almost 500,000 Rand. And Desmond is one of the mentors. He's 55 years old. This guy was literally working. What was that weird sound? This guy was literally working like at a restaurant. He was a manager in Joburg. His family is here in Cape Town. And because of BPO, he could quit his job, move back to Cape Town, and now he does BPO over here full time and is making like shit ton of money per month. So that is the lifestyle given to them because they follow this 3-month roadmap, and that is where they are now. And yeah, this is just some of the results, and my students has made more than 8 million Rand in total, and this is just the named wins. What I want to tell you guys is also, the closer you work with me, the more you make. I keep saying this because it's just facts, okay? If you want to become a millionaire, you need to learn from a millionaire. In the last 60 days, my students made over 3 million rand following this 3-month roadmap. This is all my coaching students. This is insane. But yeah, these are my coaching students: JP, Azik, Desmond, Fern, a 15-year-old student, now closing in on actually 100,000 rand a month, and Trish, who started a few months ago. She's already at more than 400,000 rand. Every one of them worked closely with me. I've personally made over 12 million rand doing BPO over the last 3 years. The people who work closer with me are consistently the ones who makes the most. That's exactly why I built this coaching program, this 3-month coaching program. So yeah, this is for you if this sounds like you. If you're tired of trading your time for money, if you're already into sales, agency, or freelancing, or if you want out of the 9 to 5, if you want out of the rat race, then this is for you. This is for you if you want a scalable recurring income, not one-off projects. This is for you if you're willing to learn and follow a proven AI-powered system. This is not for you if you're looking for a get-rich-quick shortcut with zero effort. This is not for you if you're not willing to put in the initial outreach work. So yeah, this is the offer, and here's how you get on it. I'm not here to sell you the software. The software is super cool. If you guys want the software, go and get the software. The software is insane. But if you guys want personal coaching from me to take you through your 3-month program, then this is for you. I'm going to teach you how to get to your 100,000 rand per month, and then eventually making the same amount of money as me, 700,000 rand per month. So yeah, this is what exactly you are going to get. You're going to get full access to the BPOAccelerator software for the 3 months. You're going to get the 30 plus videos across 6 chapters where I show you step by step how to do everything. You're also going to get access to the insane developers. By the way, I didn't even show you guys this over here. Let me show you quickly. Like, you find the client and then you literally just go over here and find a developer. You type it in on the software, boom, and it spits out a developer that can literally do the work for you. Which is just flipping cool. Forgot to show that. But yeah, you get access to all of this, and then every single week for 3 months, you get a group call with me and other students that's also in the VIP Discord channel that has coaching from me. And yeah, you also get one-on-one calls with the mentors, and you can literally book it anytime, and you go into one-on-one call with them. So you guys can literally ask me anything now. I'm going to open a chat, and you guys can ask me anything. And then also, in like 10 minutes, I'm going to have my student Trish join. She's the one that is a woman that is almost at 500,000 rand. You guys get to ask her literally anything. And then after that, I'll have Finn join, my youngest student that is 15 years old, making a shit ton of money. So yeah, you guys can just chat over there. So guys, just very important for the Q&A, you guys need to go to the Q&A section to ask like questions. So the one that says Q&A only, you guys need to go over there and then ask questions over there, and then I'll answer it. Awesome. Hello everyone, this is Trish over here. She's one of my BPO students. And yeah, I just brought her over here, and you guys can literally ask her anything, like any BPO questions. So yeah, the first question, let me just go through the questions over here. Just give them some time to put the Q&A, put the questions up. Let's see. Okay. Okay, you guys have some good questions. Okay, Trish, so the first question is like, before you joined like the coaching, the 3-month program, what almost stopped you from like signing up? Like what stopped you almost? Obviously you paid and you joined, but what stopped you from like almost signing up?
The biggest thing would have been the finances, because obviously it's a lot of money to take out in one go. I mean, realistically, not a lot of people have that hanging around. And I was actually looking at your TikToks and the videos for such a long time and debating, am I going to do this? Am I not going to do this? And then one day I just decided, you know what? If I'm not going to risk it, where am I going to be? So I actually went and I took out a loan. So I did my research and I made sure to take out enough to cover 3 months, because my dad always used to say, if your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. And that was kind of my jump to make me do this, because if I can't even trust myself enough to do this, where am I going to be in life? So that absolutely terrified me. But at the end of the day, I just thought, well, even if I do this and it doesn't go anywhere, at least I learned something. I added value to my own life, to my own skills, and that was worth it. Because, I mean, how much money do we waste every year on going to eat out and all these other stuff? So, yeah, that was basically it for me.
That's a very good answer. Yeah, like how much money do you waste like going out, basically doing doing the degenerate stuff? Rather use that money to invest into yourself and build something for yourself, but not just for yourself, for your future, for your kids. I know also you told me that you have like kids as well. So I want to ask you, um, obviously you have children. Like, how do you even manage this? Like, how do you do BPO? You have a lot on your plate. You literally have, I think, 3 children. Like, how do you even manage your time doing this?
I literally, every chance I get, I go onto the software and I place my bids. When my kids go to bed at night, I spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours placing bids, putting in the work. When I just started, I would work until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, because I obviously had to build up my profile. And I just put in so much work, and now I'm at a place where I don't have to put in as much work as I did in the beginning, because I have built up my profile. But it's basically every single chance I got, I was on the software, placing bids, talking to clients, doing outreach. My social media, I had no idea what went on there. I literally traded doom scrolling for the software.
And so you gave up something. You literally traded up something that's really not going to make a change in your life to something that is making a change in your life. If we are talking about like making a change, I can see a lot of people are asking also like, how much money have you made? You joined about 2, 3 months ago. How much money have you made in total now doing BPO in this 3 month program?
So my total turnover would be close to 400,000. And I would say about 80% of my clients that started off on freelancer have turned into retainer clients that are now paying me directly. And I have one client that I actually lost money on the first job I did for this client. And
Literally,
now,
sorry to interrupt you. My first job, I also lost money because I wanted to build up my reviews and my reputation and stuff like that.
yes. So this client, I lost money on his project, and now he has turned into my biggest retainer client, just
How
because he
much?
said it's $6,000 a month.
Oh, is that the $6,000 you posted on the
Yes,
board?
yes.
What? That is
And this is
insane.
the
$6,000.
client that I lost money on, and he said that it was so valuable to him that out of all of the people he spoke to, I didn't chase money and keep asking him, "What's your budget?" and "What's this?" I actually valued and listened to him. So after losing money, I am now making a lot on him every single month.
Awesome. That is insane. You took a risk and then boom.
Yeah.
Like that is basically business. You spoke about like 3 different times now that you take a risk, but yo, that is insane. Yeah. You started about 3 months ago and you said you've made over 400,000 Rand. Can you walk us through what that exactly like looked like week by or month by month? Like what did you do the first month? Building up your reviews, reputation, month two, month three. What did that look like for you? So everyone that is like on the fence of joining, um, like so they can just have a clear picture of what it's going to look like in the next 3 months.
So basically, a lot, placing a lot of bids. Obviously, a new profile, it's very competitive. So the numbers are in your favor. You need to bid like it's no one's business. It's spending a lot of time on the software and placing bids and actually talking to clients and, doing the outreach, doing the work, building up your portfolio For me personally, I did spend a little bit of time just understanding what it is. If I had a client that reached out about something that I didn't understand, because I had no idea what certain apps were and certain codes and stuff. So every time a client asked me, I would use AI, use Google, do research so that I actually understood what the client was talking about. So you do learn a lot of skills. And then obviously finding your developers, building relationship with developers, finding new developers because one might not work out well, but it's a lot of trial and error, but you do learn a lot during this time.
Well, it's very important to like build. I think we spoke about that earlier as well when we had our call. You need to build up your relationship with your developers, because if you can get that to work, you having a good developer like in your background, not just like that is good at doing his work, but also um like ethically. Because I had a developer that literally a client went behind my back, went to the developer and afterwards tried to hire him, and I have such a good relationship with my developer. That developer went back to me and told me about this. And then after finishing that project with my client, I told him, he told me this, I am. Like I got the project, I got this developer for you. So this is my project, and the client gave me the project, and I paid my developer. You need to build up that, but also
Yeah.
like giving the developer the job you have, you only need to pay him afterwards. That helps a lot with like the cash flow for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess my last question for you over here is um. I also see a lot of people asking over here, if someone watching this right now is on the fence, like what do you tell them if they're on the fence of joining?
Honestly, this completely changed my life. And in the beginning, I saw so many videos saying, "No, BPO is a scam and this is unethical and whatever," but it's not, because when I actually went and did my research, I realized that technically every single business out there is doing BPO. They're just calling it something else. I mean, a fractional marketing officer is BPO for marketing for businesses. And then
Exactly.
I realized I can actually build a real business. And I spoke to so many agencies within South Africa, and all of them say to me, "How did you get into the international market? Because we have been struggling." The reality is, my agency is making the same amount of money that massive agencies in South Africa is making, being a new agency, because of what is being given and being on the platform and the software that's given. And the reality is, you won't be able to make that money trying that on your own. I mean, this is giving you a huge jump and a huge leap. And if you would have said to me that my life would be where it is now in the short time, I never would have believed it. Never. This has been absolutely life changing. And if you don't risk it, how are you ever going to know if your life will also change? Like, you can't just sit back and expect it to change without doing something to make a change.
Exactly. That is a super good answer, yeah. There's no exponential growth in life without taking a risk. Every single person that is successful in life took a risk sometime, and for everyone that's on the fence, this could be your risk right now. This could be that pivotal point in life where you're actually going to make a change. But yeah, thanks for coming
I'm
up
seeing
with.
all the comments of the baby crying. She has someone with her.
No, it's
This
all
is the
good. It's
life of
all good.
doing BPO and working with kids at home. But that's
It's
just
all good.
is saying, everyone that's saying that they don't have the time and they can't do this. Like,
Look at
literally, I'm
you.
doing this with 3 kids. So there's literally no excuse that you can have.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
awesome, Trish. I really appreciate you for coming on. Yeah, you can leave if you're ready to leave, and I don't know if you want to check on your kids or whatever. But yeah, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. I appreciate you for coming.
Okay. Bye.
Awesome. Bye bye, Trish. Bye bye. Awesome. I think Trish needs to go and check her babies out. Shame. But yeah, your Trish is a very good student of mine. I'm glad she took the risk because her life definitely changed.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing very good, and you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Bro, it's so funny, like a 15-year-old just hopping on, gonna talk about money. It's the funniest thing ever. But yeah, bro, I have a few questions for you over here, and then we'll also answer a bunch of their questions. So the first question I see over here is like, bro, you're 15 years old. What the hell? Like, how did that happen? You just signed up. You're 15 years old, and then how much money like have you made so far?
So I'm closing in about 95, 97,000, somewhere around there, so close to 100K. I
That's insane.
joined because like I tried every other, like I tried e-commerce trading, legit, I tried it, but didn't work. I've always like looked up to Chris, so decided why not give it a try, and now look where I am.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that a lot. And yeah, you're 15 years old, bro, and you're literally still in school. How do you manage that even? Because I've just spoken with Trish. She literally has children. Her baby started to cry in the workshop process. You needed to go and sort them out. But yeah, bro, how do you manage this? Like you're in school, you probably have tests to do. How is it even working?
So I'll give you a rundown on my day. So basically in the morning I wake up, do all my follow-ups with the clients. I check up with developers, see how projects are going. Then you gotta head over to school. Boring, but you gotta do it. And then after school I have like hockey every day. And then when I get home, it literally takes me an hour to 2 hours to like fully bid 100 to 200 bids a day. And then literally all I do, close the jobs, get the developer, like life simple.
Awesome, bro. That sounds. How many hours per day do you like spend on average doing BPO?
Like most 3 hours, but like sometimes 1.5. That's what I do, like most one and a
That is
half.
insane, bro. A lot of people, I think, they're on the fence because they think they don't have enough time. With the software, you literally and fun if you want to like just show them proof that you're actually making money because some of them are not gonna believe it. So you can just there's a button over there on the top. It looks like
That's
a
it.
yeah
What,
full
what
screen.
what do you want me to show? The freelancer
Just
or the dashboard?
just show your BPO accelerator dashboard. That's all.
Okay.
Like you
Can
can
you see
literally
it?
apply to 100 jobs within like a few minutes. So you don't need to spend a shit ton of time like doing this. Yo, you have almost R1 million in your pipeline. That is insane.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
So you've made this month so far 51,000 and you still need to get like 48K.
48K, yeah.
So you're gonna end up if you finish that like around 100,000 rand for the month.
Yeah, exactly. And I still have more projects coming in, so it'll
Can
be
you show them
more.
how easy it is to apply for a job? I did show
So
them, but show them as well. I just want to show them quickly.
literally all you do, you come here, you go just bid.
Did you not apply for jobs yet today? I saw that, Finn. Don't be sneaky. You need
No,
to apply for a job today, buddy. I saw that. Mentor, bro. I'm gonna be on your ass. I saw that. But yeah, that's easy, bro. You just click bird, boom, 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 and then
then
it
it comes
places.
over, places the bid and everything.
And yeah, another question over here is a lot of people like is asking like, do you need experience for this? I did talk about it in the workshop. But yeah, did you have like any experience or like with like business or even coding or anything like that before you started?
Literally not at all. Like I didn't have any experience whatsoever. Like all I did was watch YouTube video on sales. That's literally all I did. The rest I just used ChatGPT and developers. You don't need to know anything. I don't have like a clue about anything.
Yeah, bro, this is like the best business model ever because you literally just outsource the work to someone else. Like you don't need the skills. If a 15-year-old can do this, bro, like you guys can definitely do this as well. I just want to say something over here to Cleve Fredericks. I see you try to like pay 3 different times. There's a link over on the WhatsApp where you can also try to pay. There's 2 links. So the first one is commas. I can see your payment is failing the whole time. Go over to the WAP link and then you pay over there. And then for everyone wondering, let me see how many spots is left over here. I think it's like 7 spots left. And the next like 3 people that sign up will also get the one-on-one onboarding call with me. But yeah, on to the next question over here. What did your parents and like friends say when you told them what you're doing and like you're actually making money? What did they say?
Bro, they thought I was talking shit, like honestly, until I showed them, and then they were like, "Geez, this actually works."
Bro,
So
I did meet your father also because he
yeah,
dropped me off here and then we did like a video and stuff.
yeah. But
What did
like
your father do, bro?
all my teachers see everything and stuff like that. So
Oh, you told me your teachers saw it and now your teachers are joining BPO. Bro, you're literally making more money than your teachers. That is insane, bro. Like, is there people that are jealous of you? Like, I'm just wondering
yeah,
because I know there's a lot of people
there
that,
is,
bro, they
there
need to
is
join. BPO. They need to like lock in. You can't be a hater. You need to. It's working, so you need to lock in. But
exactly.
yeah.
You need,
So you also said like you're closing in on 100,000 rand now. What was the moment you realized this was actually working and not just like a get rich quick scheme?
okay, so probably building steady income, because you might start off small, but BPO just goes from small to big if you think about it. Because you start off small because no one like really trusts you, and then you build up your reputation. So you maybe land a $10 project where you have to pay the developer a bit more and you lose money, but who cares? Because in the future you'll be getting $100,000 projects, $50,000 projects, $10,000 projects, all of those. So you actually like literally, if you deliver well for one client, they'll always come back to you. So you can always build steady income no matter
That's
what.
exactly what Trish said, bro. First, like retainer clients, he didn't make a lot of money on it. Now the client is paying us $6,000 per month for that project just because you wanted to build up reviews and reputations initially. So yeah, that is very true, bro. And then I have one more question over here for you that I see come up the whole time. Oh, this is like also something I want to ask you. If a kid your age, 15 years old, or literally, honestly, anyone watching who thinks they're too young or too inexperienced is watching right now, what would you tell them then?
Um, if you don't try, you'll never know, because I'm succeeding, and there's not a reason for you not to succeed. Everything's put on a platter for you.
Bro, that is very true. Everything is put on a platter for you. There's literally like a shit ton of videos, 30 plus videos that comes with the software. You get group calls, you get Q&A sessions. You can literally book a call with any of the mentors. By the way, Trish is also going to become a mentor next month. I spoke to her, so that's super cool. So there's 4 mentors you can book a call with. Ask them anything. You have my WhatsApp number. You can literally ask me anything. All of that. So yeah, everything is put on a plate for you. When I started, I didn't even have anything put on a plate for me. I just figured it out, and I'm still making more than 700,000 rand per month with no mentoring, with no coaching. Imagine what you guys can do when you guys have access to this software, where you have access to mentors, a Discord community with more than 200 students on, willing to help you out. You guys are going to succeed in this. There's no way for you to not succeed if you stick to the blueprint. But yeah, I think that would be all for now. Finn, I appreciate you for coming on. I'm just going to answer some more questions over here, and then yeah, that will be it. Do you have
Perfect.
anything final you want to you want to say to them if they're like on the fence of joining?
Take the risk. Take the risk. You'll be
Awesome,
happy
bro.
rather than sad.
Awesome. I appreciate you for coming on.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, bro. Have a good day. I'll see you in the group call tomorrow.
Cheers.
Awesome, bro. Awesome, guys. So also, the group calls are normally like on Tuesday. So every Tuesday, at 7:30, we do a group call, and then you come on the call, and then there's like 10 other students, 20 other students, and everyone asks their questions. You learn from the students, and then you ask questions. You share your screen. We go through your profile. We analyze everything, and then we tell you if it's bad, if it's good, whatever. And like I'm the one doing that. It's a group call with me. So yeah, that is happening every Tuesday at 7:30. And then there's four mentors now which you can book calls with. It's Trish, Desmond, Azik, and Fern. You can book a call with them literally anytime. And then also there's weekly Q&A sessions, and the mentors also host Q&A sessions. I host Q&A sessions 2 times a month, and then they do it like each one time per month. Yo, thank you for watching the replay of the workshop video. If you've watched this far, it means you watched the complete video, which is insane because it's 1.5 hours long. There's not a lot of people in this world that will actually put that much attention to learning a new skill, and that shows that you are special. So what I want you to do now is go to my Instagram and DM me the word BPOYT. So I know you are coming from YouTube. So BPOYT, the YT stands for YouTube. But yeah, that is just going to help me to understand that you've worked through the whole video, you've watched the whole workshop replay, and then I can help you out. If you want access to the software, if you want access to the coaching program, then go over there on Instagram and DM me. That's the only way you can get on it now. Obviously, I can't put like a payment link or whatever because I don't know if there's spots left. So you need to DM me and then I'll tell you if there's actually spots left for the coaching program, for the software. But yeah, again, thank you for watching. The software link is going to be in the description, but the coaching, like I don't know if there's spots left for the coaching. So that's why you need to DM me on Instagram. But if you want access to this insane BPO Accelerator software, the link will be in the description. And yeah, I'll put a little discount for you as well over there. Like nice 20% discount. But yeah, this is just flipping insane. Like it's actually insane. You watch the whole video. Like there's not a lot of people that will do that. But anyways, thank you for watching. You guys heard it directly from the students. This shit is legit. And if you apply all the knowledge now, you are going to make a shit ton of money. Don't let all the knowledge you just gained go to waste. You need to apply it now. But yeah, DM me on Instagram, say BPOYT, or for the software. Go to the link in my description and get it now. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Cheers.